Michelle, Darby here, Lady Thermomix a lot. Today we're going to make a passion fruit butter. So I've been lucky enough to have some delightfully large passion fruits in my garden that are all starting to fruit and ripen up. So today we're going to make you a passion fruit butter. I'm going to try this little tip first off to separate the seeds from the rest of the juice. So it's a little tip that we found out. So we'll pop the butterfly whisk in. And then I've got 300 grams, a little over, of fresh pulp. I've got a little bit that was frozen because not all of the passion fruits were quite ripe. So I'm going to pour that in there. We'll pop our lid on. And then we're going So now we're going to pop that on for 3 seconds on speed 5. Actually, I'm only going to do 4. We don't want to break our whip, so if you go too high with the butterfly whisk inside, it could actually break. So that's separated them slightly. So now we're going to actually put that through a sieve and get our juice to separate the seeds. Today has come from the recipe community, so I've popped it into my menu selection for the day. So it's the Thermomix recipe community, and this one is the passion fruit butter curd. So I'm going to bring that up, and it calls for butter, passion fruit, sugar, eggs, and some lemon zest. All right, so let's get started. So I'm pushing on the let's start option, and when you pop up items from the recipe community into cookie dough, it does look slightly different to what it looks like in the normal cookie dough recipe options. So it'll slightly, I'm just going to bring you down a little bit there. It takes you through almost like a manual type of setting, but it's still all in there. So it says place the zest and the sugar into the bowl and mill for speed 9 for 10 seconds. So you can tap down the bottom here. There's also the scales and then the function from how to move. So if you didn't know how much you needed, you can push the scales part and it'll tell you we wanted 100 grams of sugar, which I have already popped in, and 300 grams of passion fruit, 150 grams of butter. So I've got butter here that I did make from fresh cream, so that's all. I know what's in that as well. So all the items here. The only thing that's not from my particular house is the sugar and the eggs. The lemon has come from a local community, so I've used that as well. So all lovely fresh items. So we go back out of that. So we said the zest, I'm going to pop that in. Oh, it smells beautiful and fresh. I love the flavours and smells of these items all together. Zest, sugar into the bowl, and we'll pop the lid on. Mill for speed 9, 10 seconds. And I've just had that magical blingle telling me that my mixing has stopped. So I popped on the basket just for safety reasons because it was boiling away. So we want to make sure that we don't scold anybody. So we make sure that we put that on if we've got things that we need the steam to evaporate on. So let's take the lid off and have a look at what our passion fruit butter looks like. So it's still quite warm. You can see the steam coming up out of that. And that is it. That's our passion fruit butter curd, and that will thicken up when it cools down. So I'm going to pour that into a jar that's been prepared earlier, sterilised jar, and then I'm going to show you my other little tidbit. So we turn the jar up like this with the lid so that when we're pouring we don't make extra mess, because it's a little hard to get things into a narrower spout. So I'm going to pour that in. Oh, this is going to be delightful. So this is probably going to make 2 jars and I'll get another one. So we want to make sure we just go up to the rim. We don't want to go past that rim. And then, so that's one jar already. I pop the lid on, and a tip is you want to push that button in, and then that will seal it. So with that steam going in there, I've always found that it will eventually push that down while it's still hot. So yeah, there you go. We have got passion fruit butter curd, perfect for Mother's Day coming up. As I said, I'm going to make some lemonade scones for this to marry up with, and it'll be beautiful. So if you're doing a lovely brunch or something with Mum for Mother's Day, recommend this one for you. Okay, catch you soon, and pop onto my Facebook page and see if there's anything there I can help you with. I've got some beautiful recipes and tidbits in there. So see you next time. Bye for now.